Adventure is in my blood. Finding treasures big or small and having fun is what it's all about. With my wife Melissa and our 3 kids, life is pretty full. But there isn't a mountain we can't climb together. This isn't your ordinary antique store. My name is Alex Archbold and this is Curiosity Inc. Morning everyone, I am at the Edmonton International Airport. I'm on my way to go see my sister Heather in Colorado. Of course, she's the sister that I didn't know I had my whole life, so we're getting to know each other, and I'm going back out there for some adventure to visit and see some family. We have, well, it's just me. Well, I say we, but it's me and my bag. My bag weighs, it's a carry-on, but it weighs a pile because I've been saving all of my American coins for the last, I don't know, 2 years. So I think when it went through the scanner, it looked like I robbed a pirate or something because I got pulled to the side, they went through, they opened it up and kind of just gave me the look. But I am most looking forward to cashing in all these US coins once I get across the border there and get rid of this weight out of my bag. And also looking forward, of course, to seeing my sister. So next stop, Colorado. And I thought I had to get up early this morning, 3:45 a.m. to make my flight. But the people here at the Burger King have been working since 4:30 this morning at the airport. It's a crazy time to get a Whopper. Denver, Colorado. Now to wait for my futuristic sardine train to come for me and take me to the baggage claim terminal. It's under construction, but with a little imagination, it's like we're inside a circus tent. So brother-in-law Dorian has picked me up from the airport. Yep. With your dad. We've dropped him off. He's going down for a nap, we think. Said hi to Heather. We're gonna go pick her up in a little while, but I am at a bank because, as I was mentioning, my bag is full of like random US coins. So we're gonna see if I can change it in for cold hard cash. Goodbye, American coins. Ooh, I don't want that in there. Did I do something wrong? Okay, I'll push that. There we go. Taking them. Now I'm not landed here for more than probably a half an hour, and we're already on our way to an estate sale because we saw a sign. Oh look, there's an old Mustang. It's a Mustang too. Yeah, there's lots of old cars in Colorado Springs. Everywhere I look, there's old cars sitting around. It's hard for me to not try and look at the cool stuff, but we'll see if we can find this estate sale. Maybe get some treasures. Oh, there it is. Park anywhere. We'll go check it out. It's still open for another 45 minutes. When you go to estate sales, you get to look through the closets and see if there's anything that you would like. Never know when you'll find like an old military uniform or, you know, something kind of neat. Bed. I could just crash here. Look, I don't need a hotel. You got this bed. I give them the $50 and ask us to try it out for a few days. Free hotel. Twixit. Ingenious strategy game for 2. There's these American president sets here, which are, I think there's one right over here. John Hancock. Look, and he's signing his name. I wonder what they said at that time. Just sign yourself. Put your John Hancock on there. Little table. Some of the prices aren't bad. You know, like the safe, $25 is no key, but then they've got other stuff that's super high price. So this is one thing I would buy, but I certainly wouldn't buy it for $200. Nor would I buy the typewriter for $150. So they must have seen that online somewhere. But it's a ventriloquist Pee Wee Herman. Didn't end up buying anything just then. $200 for the Pee Wee Herman doll. There's no profit to be made there. They did say, however, that come tomorrow, they just want everything gone. So I could probably go back tomorrow and get it for a really good deal. They did already offered it to me for $100. But in my mind, that thing's only worth maybe $100, $150. So I gotta consider hauling it back. I just got here, so I think we're gonna hold off. Heather and I are going to some antique stores tomorrow. We're gonna go hang out and do some brother and sister stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna hold off and see if I can find something more amazing and cool. I guarantee though, but by the end of this trip, I will have found a few really interesting things. It happens every time I go somewhere. There's gonna be something really cool that pops up, and I'm gonna wait for that. For the first 2 nights here, I had to check into a bed and breakfast because Heather had another guest. Dorian's dad is staying there, so I couldn't stay at their place, but I did get a pretty swanky room. Let me show you guys. I feel like I got the deluxe suite here. Got a nice queen size 4-post bed, or a Queen Anne style. And I guess I could have had more company because there's a whole other, you know, there's a whole other bed in here. Nice little sitting area. Nice bathroom. The big soaker tub. Really a nice room. And if I can, I'll stay in a bed and breakfast over top of a hotel, because really this is the same price as just a regular hotel, but you get a beautiful breakfast. You get to stay in an 1880 Victorian home and have this beautiful room. But I have to hurry because Heather's gonna be expecting me to pick her up from work and we're going for dinner. So for now, I'm leaving the Laces and Spurs bed and breakfast behind me as I go to find my sister and go for dinner with my niece and nephew and just go have a fun evening. I have successfully picked up my sister Heather. We are out this morning on our way to Callahan, Colorado to go look at a couple antique stores, but we are stopping at a yard sale because it says yard sale antiques and it's a giant sign and I can't say no.
No.
To stopping and looking.
And show them your seat belted.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
There is a very strong odor in the air at this yard sale, is all I can say.
Welcome to Colorado.
Yeah, it smells like skunk, but it's not skunk, folks. I'm not going to breathe in too heavy, otherwise I'm going to be very giddy by the end of this video. But we are going to stop here and see what the guy has. See this? Oh, you're hiding around the corner. I'm going to get you in there anyway. This is an old eye testing, like an optometry tool. So you'd have to, I would probably project this or you'd have to read it back. That'd be really tough if it was this way. What does it say? I don't even know what letters those are. It's like an E with an L attached to backwards E. They're like, no, you need glasses for sure. This is the one that tricks you into having to get glasses, I guess. But kind of a neat thing. Someone asked me if I like antiques. I would tell them I yubba dubba do. We have found ourselves in a place called Cadillac Jack's.
Yes.
And I can already tell it's my kind of place because it's got all kinds of crazy, cool stuff everywhere. We're going to have a little look around and see if we can find something to bring back home. That is probably one of the coolest barber chairs. So they'd have these for kids so that the kid would sit still. That kid does not look like he's sitting still.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a little bit.
But why would they even make a screaming kid mannequin though? That's so funny.
He's happy. He's having fun.
I don't know. He's probably like, what happened to my face?
He fell off of the...
He fell off the... That's really, really neat. Never seen one before. And you guys have a 1920s one too.
No, we don't.
Oh, but that's like it. They're saying that that's kind of what they sell for. I really like that.
Well, take it home with you.
Take it home with me, okay. Is it just me or is it weird to have the chastity belt above the gumball machine? I've got 3 kids. It's still too late for me. Ship's wheel. Well, and they have not wasted a single square foot in this place. I mean, everywhere you look, there's something. My shop will be similar in a way, but a little bit more refined. But there is an awful lot of stuff. I'm having a hard time keeping track of what's what and all these different bottles. Bob, if you're watching, he's our bottle collector in Edmonton. Look at all the different bottles. I usually get about $1,500 out of these, realistically. He's $3,500 on that. Looks from the wear, I think that's been there a while. That's the I don't want to sell me price. Old barbershop bowl. There's a lot of neat stuff. But the neat stuff has a display price. Shake with Uncle Sam, 25 cents. It'll tell you the strength of your personality. First, Uncle Sam will tell you whether you got 25 cents or not.
Yeah.
I think you just hold it.
Oh.
I am going to make an offer on this store display harmonica though, because that would have hung in a music shop or store. I do happen to have a bunch of old harmonicas, so that'll fit right in. Really cool store, very, very full of stuff. There was a lot that was replica, so you really have to know your signs and your antiques before you go in. But I did manage to buy myself a harmonica. It's like the world's biggest harmonica. The reason I bought this is because it's an old store display. I think it's going to look really cool if I hang it by where my music department's going to be. I bought it for practical reasons to use for a display again. So be playing the blues, as I only left with one thing. We are now in Old Colorado Springs, where we're going to a military shop, but it wasn't always military. This is where the Unser family started off with their race team. Well, we're going to go inside and check this place out. It's now a military surplus store. Let's see what they have. Heather and I have continued to shop around and look for antiques today, and I came into, it's literally right across from my bed and breakfast I'm staying at. It's a place called Leisure's Treasures in Old Colorado City in Colorado, and it's just amazing. It's full of historic artifacts, everything from black powder pistols to coins. I am going to be in here, I think, a little while looking at stuff, but it's just a treasure trove of collectibles. So we're going to see if we can find some neat things to bring back home for us. Let's have a look around. Mercury dimes, probably buffalo nickels in here too somewhere, Indian head pennies, all kinds of really cool stuff. And aside from all the wonderful pocket watches, they have a focus on military. And you don't often see such a nice collection of period vintage firearms and pistols, artifacts. It's just laid out so nice and so well. And we really don't come across this kind of stuff back home too often. I put together a little assortment of things, which the guys are working on back here. I found a Prussian Pickelhaube, the original leather, some nice early swords, and even a black powder pistol. So I did find a few cool things, but look at the variety and selection these guys have. If you're in the Colorado area, you definitely have to come check these guys out. It's an amazing little shop, and it's been owned by the same folks for over 48 years. Just a tremendous place to come and visit. We have stopped in historic and picturesque Manitou Springs, Colorado, to check out a couple little shops here. This looks like a good likely place to hop in. All kinds of really neat stuff in here. Porcelain license plate, that's what you're looking for. $750 the ask price on that. Not much wiggle room for me there. And if you're watching from Europe, you see all sorts of stuff for sale at antique stores that you don't see over there. Look at the old spurs. Your complaint department taking number. There you go. Sell a wide variety of old hats in here too.
She's the boss. Oh, she's the last.
Manitou Springs is a very picturesque town with lots of interesting shops, and although I'd love to spend a whole day looking at antiques, we have to get back to Colorado Springs because Heather has something planned for us. It's 6 in the morning. Let's see what she has planned.
The time is 6 a.m. and my dear sweet sister here has brought me to, what's it called, liftoff?
Balloon
liftoff, where I guess hundreds, dozens, at least a couple hot air balloons are going to be taking off. Oh, hundreds, not dozens of hundreds.
Yeah.
We got up this early to watch a whole bunch of hot air balloons take off. It's going to be a fun morning. I've never done this before. We're not going up, are we? We're just watching.
I might shove you in one.
Yeah, she's going to shove me. Like, not. What did I ever do to her?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go have a look and see what the people are doing over at the hot air balloon place. It is almost 6:30 in the morning. They've got some interesting choices at the concession stands here, like alligator on a stick or shark on a stick. Everything's on a stick though, by the way. I thought corn dogs were like, you know, a racy thing to get on a stick here, but no, you can get alligator on a stick. Some of the names they have here at the concession stands would make horrendous nicknames, like giant turkey legs. Was not what you want to be called in high school. Hitting the wicker hard this morning, hey? And it is chilly out this morning, at least I find it chilly.
It's not chilly at all.
It's totally chilly. I'm from Canada, I know from chilly.
Then you should be warm.
I have had to buy a survival corn dog, not to eat, mainly just to keep warm with. A survival corn dog, so I'm gonna hold it near and dear to me. I'm gonna keep myself warm until the sun comes up this morning. Now that balloon is starting to go up. It looks kind of like a checker cab. That'd be the world's worst taxi. You'd be like, hey, I need to go to 4th and Main. He'd be like, nah, we're just gonna go wherever this balloon floats us. But that's nowhere near where I wanna go. That's one of many reasons why we don't travel by air balloon. There goes the first bucket of people. KFC bucket of people. Advertising opportunity, miss KFC.
You're going to put air, making sure that there's nothing overhead, nothing in the way of having a safe fall.
This is insane. It's like a giant mushroom field full of colorful mushrooms. Oh, she's waving now. There they go. Melissa would be screaming her little head off. She'd be saying, "Get me down!" That one's a lion. Oh, they're all cheering. They're all going up. Hey Heather, when you said people like to get high in Colorado, I didn't know this is what you meant.
Yeah, literally. Look what you've been missing out.
Man is taming a wild green dragon. I had to tell the guy, I said, "Is this the balloon that's dragging all over the ground?" He went ba-dum boom ching. Hot air balloon jokes. If we had a time machine and it was, I don't know, 1640, that would terrify a whole lot of people. This was a really good idea.
Oh, you're welcome.
I said, I don't know how I'm going to top this when she comes to visit me in Canada.
Don't have to.
She's coming at Christmas time to be in the middle of, hey, I know. I will introduce a very friendly Canadian to you, Santa Claus.
Well, yeah, but I did. Let's go outside and build a snowman in 40 below.
Now I'll take you to a shopping mall and introduce you to Santa. How do you top someone taking you to a hot air balloon festival? Really good idea. Lots of fun. Garden of the Gods, just outside of Colorado Springs, and we've stopped because Heather said you can climb here, and I went, climb?
Fine, yep.
I'm part monkey, so let's do this. You wore flip-flops.
You go.
Those are not ideal climbing shoes.
I'm trying to, we climbed it from that end.
Well, this looks like a challenge. I can imagine when they first saw this, they thought, what a stunning rock formation. And then years later, people said, yes, it is. Let's put a road through it. Made a pit stop in Bust, Colorado. It's America's smallest city, population 2. And it might be down to 0 pretty soon because it looks like they went bust. Don't ask me why I think this is cool. It's a garbage can from Disneyland from 1955. Please feed me. Leo the litter line. Cute. Cute. Heather and I have been out walking around pretty much all day. We found a town. What town are we in?
Florence.
Florence. We found it by mistake because we were on our way to Suspension Bridge and I saw a sign for antiques. We came here. So she's been looking at stuff like cookbooks. And I walked into this store and I see something I had to have. We walked into Twin Creek Trading Company and I knew right away I was gonna like this guy because he's got a gas pump right in the window. Sky Chief. We got pumps, really cool cash registers. Remember I was looking for the Zoltar machine? Well, he's got a gypsy fortune teller in his. Priced right too. But the one thing that I felt that I might be able to find a way to bring back was this. A neon 1940s advertising clock. Excellent condition, at least for now. I don't know how I'm gonna get it back home, but we'll worry about that later. Very cool store, so if you're ever in this area, you gotta come check them out. Okay, so now I have this really cool neon advertising clock, and we're walking down the street of Florence with it on a hot summer day. And are we gonna stop antiquing? No, we're not. We're gonna keep, she's back there somewhere. We're gonna keep walking and I guess, I don't know, eventually find the car to put this in the back. I might actually have to just carry this thing on the airplane with me like a baby. So we'll see what they let me do. Last night at my sister's place, and her husband Dorian is a football fan, and he's just a little bit of a fan of a certain team. I don't know which one. If you can tell from around me, everything in here is Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, he's never lived in Pittsburgh, but he's a big Steelers fan, so I think I know what to get him for Christmas. But I'm gonna miss them. I'm off to the airport first thing in the morning. For now, I have to say goodnight to my sister, go to bed. That's it. I'll be leaving Denver, Colorado pretty soon. Checked the clock that I purchased. I've just got the you can't even see it. I've got the massive harmonica. I'm actually walking around the airport with a giant harmonica. Guaranteed somebody's gonna ask me a question. And I noticed that my flight departs from gate A, which I feel is profiling because I'm Canadian A. But I'm gonna go find my gate and go get myself on an airplane. And as you can imagine, I've had a lot of questions about why I was carrying a giant harmonica around. I told one guy I was in a really big band. Another person, I told them I had the blues really bad. And another couple asked, and I told them that this harmonica was regular sized and everyone and everything else had shrunk. Having lots of fun. I'm in Edmonton, safe and sound, just waiting for my bags to arrive, and hopefully that neon clock made it safely, fingers crossed. Well, that's it for now. It was so nice to see Heather and her family. Looking forward to seeing everybody in December when they come to Canada. But I have to think of some things to do, like building a snowman and, I don't know, maybe eating maple syrup. I'll think of some Canadian stuff to do with them. Fantastic trip. Heather's the harmonica that we found together, which is right above my head right there, that massive harmonica. It's in the store and in its proper rightful home in my music department and looking fantastic. It's a really fun trip. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you stay tuned for more episodes. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.